morning, everyone. We're in Isaiah chapter 9, looking specifically at verses 6 and 7, this wonderful messianic prophecy. As you're reading along, if you happen to be in the book of Isaiah, as I am, you would have passed through chapter 7, where you would encounter the wonderful prophecy about the virgin birth and the child who would be called Emmanuel, meaning God with us. But we are looking at chapter 9 this morning. And it says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and his government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end, upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice, from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." From our standpoint on earth, a child is born. That night in Bethlehem, when the shepherds were told by the angels about the child that had been born, they went and saw the child and his mother in the manger. But from heaven, it wasn't just a child being born, it was a son being given. And John talks about this as he records in his 3rd chapter of his gospel, that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. And of the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. The government will be upon his shoulder. He will be the government. He is the force behind the government. Everything is wrapped up within this God-man, Jesus Christ. And his names define part of his character, his being wonderful, being wise and a counselor. But he's also mighty God and the everlasting Father. So he's not just a man, he's the God-man, Jesus Christ. He is the Prince of Peace, who will finally bring peace back to this world, a peace that it hasn't known since Adam and Eve were in the garden before the fall. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. Praise God for that once this kingdom is established, there will be no more revolts, there'll be no overthrows, there'll be no regime changes, that Jesus and Jesus alone will be upon the throne, God himself upon the throne forevermore. And the throne that he's going to be upon is the throne of David, over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice from that time forward, even forevermore, the everlasting kingdom ushered in. We see this described for us in the book of Revelation. When the Lord sets up his kingdom for 1,000 years, Satan will be allowed out for a short season to test the nations there who were born and the people that were born during the millennial reign of Jesus Christ. They will rebel. They will be quickly defeated, and that rebellion will be quelled. And then we move into eternity, God upon the throne forever and ever. And the last verse says, "The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this." That this is not the work of any man, that this coming kingdom, that this child that was born, this son that was given, this is all the work of God. It doesn't require any work from man, any input from man. And because it's the work of God and the passion of God to do this, we can have complete confidence that it will be done. And Jesus, who left the disciples, they watched him being taken up into heaven. He was foretold that he would come in like manner again, and he will be coming soon and bringing the kingdom. And aren't you glad for that? I know I'm looking forward to it. So maybe today's the day. Look up. You never know. It could be coming very soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.